Somalia, most people think pirates or chaos, right? Images of lawlessness, conflict, and danger have dominated the headlines for years, shaping a narrow view of this country in the minds of many around the world. But that's just a sliver of the story. There's a whole other side to Somalia that rarely makes the news. A side filled with laughter, family, and daily life that continues despite the challenges. It's like describing New York by a single pigeon incident. There's so much more. Focusing on just one aspect misses the vibrant, complex reality that exists beneath the surface. Somalia sits on Africa's east coast, forming the Horn of Africa, with the continent's longest mainland coastline. Its strategic location has shaped its destiny for centuries. For thousands of years, it's been a crossroads between Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Merchants, travelers, and explorers have passed through, leaving behind a rich tapestry of influences. This is a place of ancient history, vibrant culture, and remarkable resilience. Somali traditions, music, and art have survived and thrived even in the toughest times. Why care about Somalia in 2025? Because it's a story of recovery and hope. Communities are coming together, determined to build a better future. Despite decades of hardship, Somalis are rebuilding, young, energetic, and determined. A new generation is stepping up, embracing technology, education, and entrepreneurship. Understanding Somalia means seeing its potential, not just its problems. There's a spirit of innovation and optimism that's impossible to ignore. So, set aside the headlines. We're going on a journey. Let's look beyond the stereotypes and discover what Somalia is really about. We'll explore beaches, poetry, and yes, camels. There's natural beauty, creativity, and a deep connection to the land. We'll look at the tough stuff, but also the innovation and everyday hustle. From bustling markets to tech startups, there's a pulse of progress. Think of this as a reboot, a fresh perspective on a country that's so much more than stereotypes. Let's get into it and see Somalia through new eyes. Somalia isn't just desert. Though its arid stretches are iconic, there's so much more to discover beyond the sand. Its geography is stunningly diverse, with landscapes that shift dramatically from region to region. Over 3,300 kilometers of pristine coastline stretch along the Indian Ocean, offering beaches that rival the world's best, where turquoise waters meet powdery white sand, and local families gather to enjoy the sun. Offshore, vibrant coral reefs teem with marine life, making Somalia a diver's paradise and a haven for underwater explorers. Inland, the north boasts the dramatic Kalmado and Karkar mountain ranges, with peaks soaring nearly 8,000 feet high, offering breathtaking views and a cool escape from the lowland heat. Unique plants and animals thrive here, many found nowhere else on Earth, adapted to the region's rugged beauty and isolation. In the south, the fertile river valleys of the Juba and Shabelle rivers carve through the land, creating lush farmland that sustains entire communities and supports a rich agricultural tradition. The climate is hot and sunny for much of the year, but it varies widely, humid and salty along the coast, while the highlands enjoy cool, misty mornings and refreshing breezes. 2 rainy and 2 dry seasons shape the rhythm of life for farmers and herders, dictating when crops are planted and livestock are moved to greener pastures. But when the rains fail, droughts can hit hard, challenging communities and testing their resilience. Cities like Mogadishu pulse with history and new energy, where ancient streets meet modern construction, new businesses open, and a sense of revival fills the air. Hargeisa and port cities like Kismayo and Berbera are vibrant trade hubs, each with its own unique vibe, bustling markets, and connections to the wider world. Somalia's landscapes and cities are as varied as its people, reflecting a tapestry of cultures, traditions, and daily life. There's a lot more here than sand. Somalia is a land of contrasts, resilience, and breathtaking beauty waiting to be explored. Somalia's story stretches back millennia. This was the land of Punt, a fabled kingdom that traded gold, frankincense, and myrrh with Egyptian pharaohs. Its people were renowned for their seafaring skills and their ability to connect distant worlds. Its bustling ports linked Africa to Arabia, Persia, and India, making Somalia a vital crossroads for commerce, culture, and ideas. Spices, textiles, and precious goods flowed through its harbors, shaping the region's identity. In the late 1800s, colonial ambitions redrew the map. Britain claimed the north while Italy took the south, dividing Somali lands and people. But Somalis resisted fiercely, refusing to surrender their independence. Leaders like Saeed Mohammed Abdullah Hassan inspired decades of struggle, uniting clans against foreign rule. After years of resistance, independence finally came in 1960, uniting British and Italian territories into a single Somali nation. Hope and pride filled the streets. The early years were filled with optimism. A rare African democracy emerged with vibrant city life and a sense of unity. But beneath the surface, instability crept in. In 1969, a military coup swept Siad Barre to power, ending the democratic experiment. Barre's socialist rule began with sweeping reforms, literacy campaigns, new infrastructure, and promises of equality. Yet, over time, his regime grew increasingly authoritarian and repressive. By 1991, Barre's government collapsed, plunging Somalia into civil war. The central government vanished, and chaos reigned. Clan-based factions fought bitterly for control, tearing communities apart and forcing millions to flee their homes. The suffering was immense, and the scars remain. This era of violence and chaos is what most outsiders remember when they think of Somalia, a nation defined by conflict and hardship. But that's only part of the story. Amid the ruins, hope endured. Communities began to rebuild, and a new generation looked to the future. The resilience and determination that followed are just as important as the tragedies. Somalis came together, supporting each other and laying the groundwork for recovery. Somalia's history is one of both tragedy and tenacity, a testament to the strength of its people in the face of adversity. To truly understand Somalia today, we must look beyond the headlines and recognize the enduring spirit that continues to shape its future. To understand Somalia, you have to feel its culture. Family and clan are everything. Clan identity means community and belonging, not just conflict. Respect for elders and hospitality are sacred. Poetry is the heartbeat of Somali life. News, history, and love are all shared in verse. Poets are celebrities, and poetry slams are as popular as ever. Somali cuisine blends African, Middle Eastern, and Italian flavors. Think spiced rice, goat or lamb, and kanjiro flatbread. Sambusa pastries and bananas on the side are local favorites. The camel is the national animal, vital for milk, meat, and status. Camel milk is a staple, and Somalis have hundreds of words for camels. Camels symbolize wealth and resilience. Culture here is living, breathing, and central to daily life. It's a nation of poets, storytellers, and survivors. Food, family, and tradition keep the Somali spirit strong. This is what makes Somalia tick. Somalia's global impact is seen in its people. Supermodel Iman broke barriers in fashion and business, becoming a global icon. Mo Farah, born in Mogadishu, became a legendary Olympic runner for Britain. Kanan's music, especially Wave and Flag, brought Somali stories to the world. Novelist Nuruddin Farah's works explore Somali identity and have earned global acclaim. Ilhan Omar went from a refugee camp to the U.S. Congress, symbolizing resilience and achievement. These individuals show Somali talent and creativity on the world stage. Their stories challenge stereotypes and inspire millions. Somalia's influence reaches far beyond its borders. Its people are its greatest ambassadors. The world is richer for their contributions. Somalia faces real complex challenges: conflict, instability, and humanitarian crises. Decades of war destroyed infrastructure and displaced millions. Armed groups like Al-Shabaab still threaten security and progress. Many Somalis live as refugees or internally displaced, straining resources. Access to healthcare, water, and education remains a daily struggle. Climate change brings severe droughts and floods, devastating livelihoods. Hunger, poverty, and competition for resources fuel further conflict. Rebuilding the economy is tough. Youth unemployment is high and jobs are scarce. But Somalia is re-engaging with the world, seeking investment and solutions. These challenges are daunting but not insurmountable. Acknowledging them is the first step toward change. Somalia's greatest strength is its resilience. This is a nation of survivors and innovators, not victims. The Somali diaspora sends billions home, supporting families and businesses. Remittances are a lifeline, often more impactful than aid. When official systems failed, Somalis built advanced mobile money networks, long before the West. Private companies like Hormuz Telecom led the way, showing true innovation. Art, music, and poetry thrived even during conflict, preserving identity and hope. Today, there's a cultural revival. Galleries, festivals, and social media showcase Somali creativity. Young Somalis are challenging stereotypes and sharing their culture globally. Resilience here means adapting, rebuilding, and never giving up. It's visible in every market, classroom, and song. The Somali spirit is unbreakable. This is resilience in action. Despite challenges, Somalia is making real progress. A federal government is rebuilding institutions and moving toward stability. A peaceful transfer of power in 2022 signaled hope for the future. Debt relief from the IMF and World Bank unlocked new development funding. Investment is flowing into telecom, energy, and fishing, creating jobs. Cities like Mogadishu are buzzing, beaches are busy, new businesses are opening, and optimism is rising. The return of normal life is a powerful sign of recovery. Somalia's youth, over 70% of the population, are leading the charge. Connected, creative, and determined, they're building businesses and demanding change. They're less burdened by the past and focused on the future. Their energy is driving Somalia forward. The next generation is ready to lead. The future is being written now. Somalia is a land of contrasts, poets and techies, ancient ports and mobile money. The headlines of conflict are just one chapter. A new one is being written. The journey ahead is tough, but the Somali spirit is tougher. Resilience isn't just a word here, it's a way of life. Somalia's comeback is one of the world's most inspiring stories. Outsiders should look beyond stereotypes and support positive change. See Somalia as a partner with immense potential, not just a problem. The nation is defined by strength, not struggle. Even after the darkest storms, hope rises again. The next time you hear Somalia, think of its beaches, poetry, and the millions writing a hopeful new chapter.